Alright, I may as well just pop over to this now. It's not like there's much going on. Okay. Man, it's nice to have an inventory this clear. Dilithium. What would be nicer is having more stuff. Yeah, I really need to like start getting some upgrades for everybody. I could probably get a lot of equipment upgrades by just simply buying them from the NPCs. Like, my kit is going to be kind of meh until I can get a better one, but I could also swap to disruptors here, because that's what I can buy from the Klingons. What is the singularity I can buy? Okay, the one that's kind of crap. Yeah, you can't really buy good equipment, but there is an equipment vendor on the ground. I've also yet to set this up. Why could I not return to my ship? That was weird. Okay, equipment vendors should be over here. I can get a new compression pistol, which that should be an upgrade over the one I have. Yes, it is. What I might actually do, though, I'm going to buy the Mark 1. This is very stupid. I should not be doing this, because this is kind of a waste. But, let's see. Okay, blue. Can I... Yes! Ah! That's what I get for saying it was kind of a waste. It's only a Mark 9 at the moment. I don't really want to throw another Phoenix upgrade token at it because I don't have any more. But... Well, I have one more, but that's not really... And this requires dilithium. And this requires dilithium. But yeah, that is nice. New compression pistol. And that is why you buy Mark 1s if you're going to buy from NPCs. Ideally, you want to wait until an upgrade weekend so your upgrades are better, but I didn't. Yeah, I can buy Mark 9 energy dampenings, which I think I kind of want to just buy for everybody. They're not the best, and they completely lose out on physical defense. But energy resistance is a little more important. Though that little bit difference, really, I don't think it's going to matter. So I think I'll actually buy polyweaves for everybody. Because I'm going to be dealing with situations where I'll be taking physical damage decently soon. So... yeah, just going to buy 5 of these. Normally, you would want energy dampening, but the gap in the resistances gets larger at higher rarities. At common rarity, there's really not much point. Now, while I'm here, can I... Okay, I can get blast assaults. Honestly, those blast assaults should be fine for, my companions. Because they could all use an upgraded weapon. And Varyl's probably fine, but that's a blast assault, and this is a better blast assault. So... And as mentioned, you basically give your companions slow-firing weapons, because they're not going to fire them as fast as they can anyway. They actually fire these about as fast as they will anything else. So, you may as well just give them blast assaults, or, you know, the high alpha strike weapons. Because at the very least, they're more likely to get more out of the weapon. Now, can I probably can. Yeah. How many Mark 9 personal shields do I need? 2. Pretty sure. Yes. Because those are just basic, yeah. Double check Tovin. Yeah, Hayes is basically that already, and yours should already be... Yeah, okay. And my shield is better. Kind of. I mean, it has that reduces energy damage, which probably makes up the difference. I also closed the wrong thing. It's nice that we're at a point where we actually have some EC to throw around. I'm going to hang on to this, because I should be able to get it upgraded decently well once I can actually get some more upgrade tokens. Which I think you can actually, yeah, you can buy basic tech upgrades here. But once again, they cost dilithium to use them, but this is something. Like, you can just buy these. They're not really worth it, but you can. Okay, it's just commodities. I kind of want to see if I can find somewhere to buy, like, some consumables. I know I've been replicating all of them, which kind of goes against what I'm now thinking of doing, but...
What can I get?
Okay, it's the same stuff. I know there's a vendor here somewhere. There's apparently a vendor right here. It's probably up there. What is that vendor? No idea. You're a vendor. Ah, he has the assault miniguns. I wish I would have known that. Eh, they're fine with blast assaults. I have to remember he's there. There's a lot of merchants that, like, I've just never talked to. Now that we do have a bit of money, I could start grabbing some extra skills for bridge officers. I think I can even possibly... Yeah, I can hire bridge officers here. Which, as I've made mention of, if you are pure KDF, Nausicaans. Just Nausicaans everywhere because pirate. That is bonus damage. Meaning that damage bonus it applies after bonuses like, you know, these. So you stack up all of the damage from these, and then the bonus damage is on top of all of the damage you're gaining from your tactical consoles. Which is pretty nice. Where are you? Oh, that's the person I talked to redeem bridge officers. Is there any... Is there any skills I particularly want? Not... Well, science team. Hazard emitters is nice, but science team is something I kind of need. What I've started doing on my other character, and it's something that if you have the spare EC, I recommend anybody do, and it's mostly just because I hate running back to these NPCs, just buy one of every skill for every bridge officer you have. So if you have the idea of, oh, I want to try that, you can just do it. You don't have to come back here, buy the skill, train it. You know, I should really be doing that, but that does cost a fair bit of EC, and I don't have the most EC. So let's get science team on. I'll have to find a spot for that on the bar, but that's fine. Hello, Frisk. We're not opening the window. We're not. That's how spiders get in. I don't like spiders. Okay, science team. That'll work. Yeah. I also should reorganize my HUD a little bit.
We have arrived in the Brea system. Preliminary scans show automated defenses and a handful of Romulan ships, most likely Tal Shiar vessels. If we're going to reach that planet and beam down safely, we'll have to breach the Romulan defenses. The weapons platforms are probably short range, but we must disable the satellites and any enemy ships in orbit, or any away team that we send to the planet will be in immediate danger.
Yeah.
Practically, it would be wise to draw off the ships and engage them separately from the fixed defenses. The Zedenia is prepared to assist you in the attack when you are ready.
Enemy vessel, you are in Romulan space. Leave immediately, or you will be destroyed.
I'm a Romulan. But okay. I want to move. Ooh, I can't. There we go. I want to move that. Throw away those mines. I don't want to deal with mines. And the fun part of this mission is now over. Oh well. What can you do?
Long-range sensors show that Tal Shiar reinforcements are closing on this location. We must be swift. The Tal Shiar base is mobilizing. We need to hurry if we're going to have any chance to find Hakiv and his Iconian connections. I'll meet you on the surface.
Okay.
We have a problem. The Tal Shiar are trying to jam transporters, and particle leakage from the strange technology here is affecting our targeting sensors. My scientists can't identify the type of particles yet, but several of my troops are reporting in from different locations. Transporters are being diverted. You're on your own for the moment. My scans show that the Tal Shiar have secured some areas of this base with force fields. You'll have to disable them, or find ways around them. Hakiv will be somewhere well defended, but we have him cornered now.
There we do. Yeah, this has already been explained. This mission can be a real pain in the ass. Which is where having some hypos would have really come in handy. But I don't have any... Oh hey, Mark 10 energy... energy dampening armor. I might actually equip that myself. Yeah, 'cause that is a decent little chunk. Let's put this on. I can't use it right away, but that I can use that for healing. It's medium shield charges I have on. Alright, need to plant the explosive. I do love how they give you literally a virtual guide path option for this mission, because they know you're gonna get lost. Help the Remans, because I can. Here you go, buddies. Only one of you died. Let's call that an orbital strike on something. Oh, the Scorpion fighters. That one just exploded on its own. I actually don't even remember the rewards from this mission. You wanna cease existing, Scorpion Fighter? You're very much dead. You're dead. Guess it doesn't want to be dead. Okay, I need down there. Which... I'm just casually on fire. Don't worry about it. Alright, I have security escort now. I should really be doing that. Okay, I didn't really need it, but... I'm dead. Yep. I was not paying attention to my health. I should have stopped and ate this beet. It's a beet. Okay, the moba fruit. Probably a beet. Do not know why sometimes I go really fast when aiming. Now, to go do that orbital strike... It's not where I need to be. Right, I need to be here first. Bye. Just gonna have fun, guys. Ugh. I was doing so well at not coughing. Like, my cough had kind of cleared up for a bit. And then I decided, you know, I have a tiny bit of a cough. I'm gonna take a cough drop. And I didn't. I didn't cough for the entire time. I had the cough drop in my mouth. And then the moment it finished existing in my mouth was the moment that I started coughing. A lot. Which is great. Give me your thingy. Now I need to come back down while these guys derped out. Good. Now I need to go down there. I actually replayed this mission rather recently, so that's how I kind of remember where I need to be going. Ugh. I hate this mission so much. Okay, apparently I just dropped that at my feet. I love ground combat with no bridge officers whatsoever. Okay, I just go this way.
Matters. We just need to open the gate, bring the Iconians here, and it will be over.
That was Taurus's plan too. And you saw how that ended for her.
We finally have the opportunity. Victory is within our grasp.
You call this victory? It's over. This is done. You're done.
No, we can still finish. You're the cause of all of this. You don't even understand what you walked into. You're too late to stop it. A lowly being such as yourself cannot even recognize the true power the Iconians represent. And that any future will depend on a place in their regime.
Yeah, so you'll never get that.
In time for the end of existence as you know it.
Fool, I can call as many reinforcements as I need.
Not now. My ship has put an interference field around this plaza. It's over.
It's ogre.
You think you've stopped me?
No.
Iconians already know. They know everything.
Yes, they do.
They'll be here soon. And nothing you've done will make a difference. It's not over.
My hand is very glowy.
The road to Riemann independence will be long and bloody, but this is a significant step. While I do not seek your approval of my methods, the crossing of our paths has been fortuitous. It's a pity you cannot aid us further in our liberation. You have my respect, and the respect of my crew. If in the future we encounter one another again as allies, I would find this gratifying. I must return to the Zedinia. I recommend you finish what you came to do and leave quickly.
Gone. Almost as if that was a big gate. Oh man, the moon landing.
flagship. I'm trying to hold her off, but the Zedenia is no match for a ship of that class. You'd better return to your vessel quickly.
Will do, my man.
Enemies of the Romulan people, this insurrection will not stand. Your hostile actions against a Romulan colony world are acts of war. Surrender now, and you and your crews will be treated fairly as prisoners.
We have our work cut out for us. I will assist you. After all, we face a common foe.
Yeah, we do. I mean, the full might of the ship that literally just kind of
There's a ship coming through. Can't get a sensor lock on it.
got
They're
wrecked.
taking the Leoval in tow. They're heading back through the gate.
It's almost as if almost anywhere that is circular in nature and whole can be an Iconian gate. I can't help but feel the hole is still there. But yeah, if that made us feel better, then, yeah. This is something.
The Klingon Defense Force will continue the search for Sila's vessel. But as of right now, we have no idea where the Iconians took her, or if she went willingly. I find this turn of events disturbing. Sila's absence will throw the Romulan Star Empire into even greater chaos. And we have found that the Romulans are at their most dangerous when they are wounded. They suffered a grievous wound today. We are not done with them yet. I fear the return of the Iconians could change everything.
These are pretty much worthless. So, this is literally why I replayed the mission. I remember that now. Just getting the kit reward.
Congratulations, Admiral.
Oh, hey, that's actually not a bad kit.
I have been in
It's not
contact
great,
with the
but
Raymans. The High Council wishes to seek an alliance with them. I do not necessarily agree, but it is not my place to question the will of the Council. Obisek has asked to speak with you. You can meet his ship in the Hakona system. You fought well. If there is to be a long-term alliance between the Romulans, the Remans, and the Klingon Empire, it will come about from courage and honor such as yours. Kapla!
will do, my man. Yeah, that's a sizable little upgrade. God, I hope this doesn't... No, this leads into Cardassian struggle. I was about to say, God, I hope this doesn't lead into freaking New Romulus. The New Romulus arc is annoying.
Will be free. Farewell, my friend. I would welcome the chance to fight by your side again. We
Bam. Mission complete.
Commander Sarish Minna of Deep Space Nine has requested your assistance with a delicate matter involving Cardassia and Bajor.
Okay.
Greetings.
Hmm. I think I'm actually going to grab warp core efficiency. I'm just giving up on getting to beams. Like, I don't have that many more points left. I might be able to get to here, but I'm pretty sure I've only got 3 points left, so I would not be able to. I could get to the tactical skill, at least. But I do feel like this only takes 24 points. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna grab warp core efficiency. And I'll use this for... Yeah, I'll use it for this. Because, see, warp core efficiency basically gives you power for anything set below 75. That is target power below 75. So our shields are going to get a boost. Our engines are going to get a boost. Our auxiliary is going to get a boost. Our weapons won't, but everything else is going to get a bit of a boost. It won't be massive, but it'll be a boost. Now to the frickin' Alpha Quadrant. Place that playing a Romulan or a Klingon you will hate so much because you have no easy transwarps here. None. Do I get anything at 50? Not really. I do unlock the reputation system, and that's something, I suppose. Now, I need to go to Ops. That's something that always trips me up, is you need to go to Ops. Finding your way around DS9 is also just annoying. And while we're here, we may as well do this, because Star Trek Day.
It is my honor to introduce the official Starfleet ships of the Line Museum. This undertaking, made possible by the help of so many of you, is to educate the galaxy at large about the history of some of the greatest ships to serve in Starfleet, and allow you to look at full-sized replicas of the ships, lovingly recreated and restored. Please, take your time and peruse this look back at our history. I know that I, myself, have already spent several days staring in wonder at these pieces of the past, preserved and revived for this day. After one standard Earth Day, the exhibit will move to several museums and galleries around the galaxy, but it will be visible once a year above Earth Space Dock and Deep Space Nine on this most important date.
And we may as well do them in order, which is starting over here with USS Enterprise. I'll get to that.
Space, the final frontier.
It's the most celebrated starship of her time, yet was also one of the worst starships of her of her time. There were some from before her time that were better than her and bigger and would have served better as a flagship. There's a lot of stuff here. It basically goes over a brief history of all the ships, the notable crew members, lists all the what it's from. This is something that if you're interested in Star Trek, all of this is worth a read. I don't think my throat could handle reading all of the dialogue, so we're just going to listen to the famous quotes and move on. And we're basically going in order of shows released.
Let's make sure history never forgets. The name. Enterprise.
It's the 5th ship to bear both the Enterprise name and her iconic 1701 registry. I kind of wish they would have put the Enterprise C in here before this and used the quote for Enterprise C, because it's in reference to the Enterprise C, but, you know.
We are explorers. We explore our lives, day by day. And we explore the galaxy, trying to expand the boundaries of our knowledge. And that is why I am here. Not to conquer you with weapons or with ideas, but to coexist and learn.
Fun fact about the Defiant class. This is meant to separate. Why? Saucer separation was cool. I don't think they ever did it. Defiant is an anti-Borg weapon.
In a region where shifting allegiances are commonplace, we have to have something stable to rely on. And we do. The principles and ideals of the Federation.
Voyager explored the most unknown space. Because Voyager got flung into the Delta Quadrant, I think it is. Really far away. And I will say, Voyager itself as a series would have been so cool if the whole series had been Year of Hell. If you watch anything of Star Trek Voyager, watch Year of Hell. That is what that entire series should have been. Of literally throughout, I think that's a small set of episodes. It might just be one. I don't remember at this exact moment. Throughout it, you watch Voyager get more destroyed and beat up. They don't have the ability to repair the damage that's being done in a permanent fashion. So they're just patching it as best they can and moving on because they need to keep moving. They're running out of munitions. They're running out of supplies. The crew is dying. There's, the crew is getting more and more bare bones by the day. Like, that is how Voyager should have been for the entire series. But it wasn't. They would suffer major damage. They'd eject their warp core, and the next episode they'd have a new warp core in a region of space that does not make Federation standard warp cores at all, because the Federation ain't there. And, they at one point made mention that they only had so many photon torpedoes left, and then proceeded to use more photon torpedoes than that through the rest of the series. They had the idea to do things like that. They just didn't.
The line must be drawn here. This far, no farther.
Iconic quote from kind of a bad movie. The Sovereign's a pretty neat ship. I mean, I'm not a fan of Federation designs for the most part anyway, but... Sir, we are going to collide. Or not. I kind of felt like I kind of nicked him a little. We get Kelvin timeline.
Your father was captain of a starship for 12 minutes. He saved 800 lives, including your mother's. And yours. I dare you to do better.
This was a bad movie. Don't watch that movie. Whoops.
We'll find a way through this. But I won't leave anyone behind. Not if I can help it. I can't try to save humanity without holding on to what makes me human.
This is from the show Enterprise. Honestly, not a bad show. Definitely has a lot of missteps, though. And now we get on to the STD.
The only way to defeat fear is to tell it no. No. We will not take shortcuts on the path to righteousness. No. We will not break the rules that protect us from our basest instincts. No. We will not allow desperation to destroy moral authority.
I love how they throw this around, like, it was recently rediscovered after years of the highest classification. Yet that's because a lot of the tech from Star Trek Discovery does not match the years that it's supposed to be taking place in. Kirk was still captaining a starship when this ship was flying around with a spore drive, instantly able to teleport wherever it wants, fighting Klingons that look like they were diseased. Like, well, because that's basically what they decided lore-wise. Oh, they're diseased, even though... Where did it go? Like, this is between Kirk and the Next Generation in the timeline. Like, all they had to do was set this show after everything else. Set it at the end of the timeline, and it would have been not a good show, but at least it wouldn't have so many lore inconsistencies. Like, because the spore drive existing is a lore inconsistency because of the Defiant back there. Deep Space Nine, as a series, is the closest in the shows the Federation ever came to complete annihilation. The Federation were digging out anything and everything they could, even the most highly classified and illegal tech, to fight the Dominion. And here's the spore drive. Something that would have allowed them to instantaneously transport wherever they wanted, with potentially entire fleets. You cannot tell me they would not have used the spore drive. Sure, it has the possibility of destroying the galaxy. Galaxies destroyed if they lost the war anyway. They had nothing to lose. Discovery is just stupid. It doesn't even look like a Kirk-era ship. They could have at least tried, but they didn't.
Wherever our mission takes us, we'll try to have a little fun along the way too, huh? Make a little noise, ruffle a few feathers.
Now we get on to the Star Trek Online Enterprise.
Theirs not to make reply, theirs not to reason why, theirs but to do and die. Into the Valley of Death rode the 600.
We have 2 more ships.
Well, the Stargazer was my first command. Not this Stargazer, of course. But being here, it feels like my life has come full circle.
Oh, senior officers are overrated. They're always, like, stressed out and just yelling about directives. It is better down here where the real action is.
this is a good show. Lower Decks. And, like, this ship looks stupid. That's kind of the point. Like, Lower Decks is a pretty good show. If you like animated shows, even if you're not a big Star Trek fan, give Star Trek Lower Decks a look. It's not your normal Star Trek, but it's also the best Star Trek show to be released in a long time. Like, they clearly knew what they were doing when making that show, which is nice to see. Now I want to just beam directly to Ops. We have that accolade, which is nice to have. We talk to this person.
How can I help you?
Told to report to you.
Welcome to Deep Space Nine, and thank you for coming so quickly. During the occupation of Bajor, many sacred artifacts were stolen and studied. After the Bajoran-Cardassian Treaty was signed in 2371, these artifacts were supposed to be returned. However, the Obsidian Order, the Cardassian military intelligence branch, opposed the treaty and apparently hid at least some of these artifacts in their warehouses. We know this because we have been contacted by the Cardassian government. There is a faction among the Cardassians called the True Way that rejects the treaty with the Federation. This organization infiltrated a defunct Obsidian Order facility and stole an orb of the Prophets. These orbs are precious to our people.
Pretty impressive.
They have been given to us by the Prophets. They possess mysterious and unusual powers. Many of them grant visions to supplicants. We believe the True Way are operating out of a base in the Badlands. We would like you to travel to the Badlands and attempt to recover the orb on behalf of the Bajoran people.
Yeah, I could try that.
The True Way has stolen an orb the Obsidian Order failed to return after the war. Although we don't know for certain where they have taken it, we have been getting dozens of reports of raiders hitting civilian ships near the Badlands. Romulan Republic intelligence believes the raids are related to True Way activity in that region. We know that area is a haven for smugglers and criminals of all types. It stands to reason that the True Way are using it to avoid capture as well. They may even be using some of the Maquis bases that were abandoned before the Cardassian War. We believe that the Badlands are therefore the most likely place for the True Way to be hiding the stolen orb. I know the Badlands are dangerous, but I have complete confidence in the ship and her crew.
I'll probably grab the Resilient Shield. Because that's basically an upgrade over the shield I've got, in a lot of ways. Because the 5% absorption should make it better. I actually forgot they removed the other parts of the Riemann set missions. Though actually that might just still be better.
How can I help you?
We're so close to a productive set. While I'm here, though, it's not the ship place I want. I think this is just commodities. Yeah. Oh, they're not here yet? Oh, that's not the right place. Can't do anything with Task Force Omega yet. This is one of the places I was looking for. Okay. Large hypos would probably be nice to have. kind of expensive, but give me like 20. You both sell the exact same things. Yes, you do. I figured the Dominion thing would be here, but I guess it isn't here yet. This is probably the same weapons I can just buy on Kronos. And I can get phaser stuff. It might actually be worth it for me to get a full auto. Because, I mean, that's kind of what my alternate is, I think. That's a split beam. This does have ever so slightly more DPS. The thing is, like, the cone AoE from this is actually pretty decent with suppressing fire. Because this applies to anything you hit with a ranged weapon. This is a wide cone of hitting everything. So, yeah, I'll pick up the phaser full auto. I guess the Dominion store is not here yet. I was gonna pick up the Polaron full auto, but it is not here yet. Now, what is the ship equipment I can get here? Probably, okay, yeah, it's my factions. You can pick up shuttle-issued stuff. Oh, how I kind of wish I could use the exchange, but it's my own choice. I also really wish I would have chose this. Honestly, I probably would be having a much easier time because I'd have 9,000 more base hull. But I will get the ability to get a tier 5 ship, of which I probably can pick up something more bricky and more fitting my playstyle.
Citizens of the Federation and her allies, it is my honor to introduce the official Starfleet ships of the line.
No one cares. Oh god, she's gonna continue. Lady, enough!
To any ships in the vicinity, I am under attack by a group of Cardassian ships identifying themselves as the True Way.
You know, the true way, as opposed to the fake way.
Thanks for the assistance. I knew I never should have cut through the Badlands, but it takes weeks off my journey. Well, I was just hauling my cargo through the Badlands, and I passed some strange anomaly. I took a scan of it on my way by, and then a bunch of Cardassian ships appeared out of nowhere. They ordered me to surrender in the name of Gul Kardec and the True Way. My freighter is obviously no match for them. I tried to get away, but they disabled my engines. They were just about to board me, I believe, when you arrived. If you're looking for the True Way, I would head for that anomaly.
Alrighty. Ooh, phaser dual cannons. Yeah, the things I have are kind of better.
Never locate our base.
Sure about that, buddy?
Sarah's here. Acknowledged. I will be along in the Defiant shortly.
Yeah. I cannot wait to unlock reputations because we are going to get a lot of upgrades in very short order upon unlocking reputation stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna use this. I don't feel like taking damage.
Hostile parties have entered the base. All forces move to high alert.
Yeah, I'm gonna swap to this. Plasma sniper rifle.
The orb is mine. You will never have it.
Hello, AI. Keep forgetting those exist. Oh. Just Star Trekking across the universe. Didn't really want to pick that up, but I did. So I'm very observant. That is fair. I need to get rid of these because food items are pretty much useless. I'll get rid of this one too. Oh yeah, another large hypo. Let me, wait, is that not a large hypo? I guess I just don't feel like stacking. So I'll put it there then. That is fair. Right. I need to actually unlock the door first. Helps to do that. Man, Romulans cannot jump. That is fair. Yeah, that'll probably happen a lot. That is not the door I came in through.
Greetings. I am Gul Kardec.
You have a spoon on your head.
Orb is the property of the Cardassian government.
No, it isn't.
The true Cardassian government. The true way. And you can't have it. Guards! Fools, you will never defeat me.
Yeah, he says true a lot. All right. Retrieve the orb. Don't worry, it's inside the box. There is indeed an orb there.
Dear Kardec, you can imagine my surprise to receive a message from you. I must commend you on the clever way you opened a pathway to our universe. We shall make good use of it, and you have our gratitude. If we can ever return the favor, let me know. Regarding that other matter you speak of, while we certainly share your detest for the Federation and are willing to assist you in opposing them in theory, there are certain territorial issues we will have to iron out before we feel comfortable committing military forces. Perhaps we can arrange a meeting in the usual place.
Oh man. So anytime it starts taking any amount of time to load, I move my mouse over just in case.
We are approaching the Badlands. What is your status? I will be along in the Defiant momentarily. And may the prophets smile upon you. Looks like I arrived just in time.
Man, I really don't know what they think they're going to accomplish with those tiny things. Before I do that, I actually want to see, is there any... Please wait. Is there anything unique for... Nah, there's no promotion going on. All this stuff is stuff that should be here. I'm still very much also considering buying some keys and open some lock boxes. Because that's the only way I'm going to get some stuff on this character is by buying keys. I think I will wait till a key sale, though. This makes the most sense. He runs. Ugh.
Those look like mirror universe ships.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, that science vessel kind of killed me with my own firepower because its feedback pulse is stupidly powerful. Oh boy. I don't know where I'm going anymore. I don't think this is the right anomaly. Or it is. Okay.
Congratulations, Admiral.
Terran science vessels are frustrating. Purely because their feedback pulse does not play fair.
Must return it to the temple on Major. I will notify the Vedics that you are on your way.
Congratulations on your recovery of the orb from Gul Kardec. We request that you return the orb to the temple in Hathon on Bajor. I'm afraid that we have not seen the last of Gal Kardec. But for now, the people of Bajor will be elated at the return of an orb we thought lost forever. Good work. How can I help you? You have recovered the Orb of Possibilities from Gul Kardec. No doubt, you are being pursued by True Way forces. You must return the orb to the temple in Hathor. I have notified Vedic Kryn. She is waiting for you in the temple.
I think I'll be taking that as a reward.
How can I help you?
Getting dilithium now is going to be really annoying until I level up one more time. Now, I think I'm actually going to take defensive maneuvering. Maybe. Take the final hull penetration. And I might take defensive maneuvering 1. I need coffee. So I'm gonna go grab coffee. I will be back. I return. CAI has thrown some poopy at me. Preparing to hide the screen if this takes too long. Alright. Currently space.
I am Gulmutak of the Kriegar, Adjutant General to Gul Kardec. You are carrying stolen property belonging to the True Way. Lower your shields and prepare to be boarded.
Sarah's here. In the orbit of Bajor? But how could they? Nerve of the... Sorry, I'm okay. I will borrow the Defiant and be there momentarily.
Not like we need you, lady. Didn't even get to fire my torpedo spread. They died so fast.
Good. You're still in one piece. Let's teach the...
Oh, they're over there. I was hoping I'd get to use that torpedo spread. Yeah, that about sums this up. My brain was like, ooh, target moving fast. That'll be the thing I need to shoot at. Still minorly dying. Too much pink energy can be dangerous.
For now, I will remain in orbit while you return the orb, just in case.
Klingons arguing with Bajorans. Normal daily occurrence. Yo, what up?
Can I help you?
Wait, no, it's not you I need. It's you.
How may I help you? Wonderful. The Prophet has smiled upon us this day. What was lost has been returned to us. You have done a great service for the Bajoran people today, and we are most grateful. Please, place the orb upon the altar.
The service rendered is not the service desired. What does not belong cannot be returned.
What has been returned does not belong. We must travel backward.
When we gaze in the mirror, we see our faces as others do, but reversed.
Your task abides. You have recovered an orb. Now you must return it.
As you must return.
Not their orb. It's nacho cheese. That's a reference to something that a lot of people probably do not get.
I would be honored to know what the prophets shared with you, if you are willing. Sometimes their visions can be very confusing, and I have some experience interpreting them. Elsewhere? But it is an orb of the prophets. Where else could it belong? Unless... Are you familiar with the so-called mirror universe? I know very little about it myself, but there is a book on that table over there by a Vedic Eth describing his experiences.
Oh, jeez. That's a lot of raiders. Thank you for the raid, Alt Lexington. Book on the mirror universe. It's like ours, but everyone backwards.
Sarah's here.
The orbs from the mirror universe.
Acknowledged. Be careful. The mirror universe is known to be more treacherous than
Oh,
ours.
thank you for following.
And you will be cut off.
That is fair.
Any support here.
It's a nice, fun MMO. That can be really frustrating at times. Take me right to the Badlands. Thank you for following, Mr. Guy MM. Welcome, Raiders, to an Iron Man run. Basically, if I can't obtain it myself, I don't have it.
What is your status? Acknowledged. Keep comm lines open as long as possible. We have limited intelligence on the mirror universe, but from what we know, it appears the Terran rebellion
That don't look right.
eventually forming a new empire.
I don't like that look, but that ain't right.
I believe this Captain Lita is the administrator of the Bajor sector.
Which, you know, the Iron Man in a lot of games tends to lead to jank, and this is jank.
I am Gul Haneri of the Torn, Chief Tactical Advisor to Gul Kardec of the True Way. You
Okay.
are not welcome here. Lower your shields and prepare to be boarded.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
I believe Gul Kardec must have used the orb from the mirror universe to somehow create the anomaly leading back there. Then, stay under guard.
Make modifications. Now she shall... There, I can speak. Now we shall enter the portal. Into the mirror universe we go. See everything different. It blew here.
Greetings. I am Captain Lita of the Terran Empire. What a pleasure it is to have visitors from your universe. When Gul Kardec said you might be along, I didn't really believe him. But I couldn't afford to take the chance. Surrender. Now. And I will guarantee the safety of your crew.
Yeah, no you wouldn't.
What a pity. We could have had so much fun together. And now,
And the, God, what is that faction called? I used to play EVE Online a lot. Edencom. Those guys. With their terrible ships. I basically stopped playing shortly after Providence fell apart.
Oh, what fun. I was really growing rather thin.
Which I will forever stand by. A lot of why Providence fell is the FCs really sucked at getting people to, I was kind of hoping it would die before I did. They really sucked at getting people to actually, like, work together. And would quite often ridicule people for not doing exactly what they wanted them to do. Like, oh, what's that? You couldn't afford the, like, couple $100 million-isk fit, so you're using a kind of budget equivalent? Well, you're bad. Why are you even here? It's like, maybe because you're trying to help protect their home, too?
Kardec warned me not to underestimate you. I won't make the same mistake next time we meet.
I mean, the main issue that the Edencom weapons had was basically that they kind of worked against the idea of a fleet because they could chain to your friends. So, like, I could see them being good for, like, PvE stuff. I would have never used them because I PvE'd in HiSec, and that would have been death. I don't trust CCP to program things chaining properly. Plus, there's a lot of objects in HiSec that, if you shoot them, pisses off Concord. Like, I did most of my PvE as level 4 mission running. I mean, another issue is just the Edencom ships are kind of bad.
Gul Kardec was right. You are formidable, but pitifully predictable.
Compared to the,
I want them alive.
God, what is the other faction? Why can I not remember them? The faction Edencom fights. God, I cannot remember much. It has been too long. By design. Yeah, the Trigs. Like, you get the Trig ships that literally have roll bonuses, have, you know, absurd weapons. And then you get Edencom, where no roll bonuses. Their weapons were kind of bad. Their roll the
We will meet again.
ship skill bonuses they had weren't great. Like, And then it was basically a point of CCP sitting back and going, why does no one like Edencom? Well, maybe because you made their ships horrible. Like...
Greetings. Do you seek the wisdom of the prophets? Vedic Kryn is in the temple office. Just...
That person has not spawned. Oh, right. Yeah, it's because I have to be out here to trigger this. I can remember this mission now.
Stop! Fighting is not permitted here.
This is not your affair.
Oh man, he a changeling. That is not how you hold this rifle, though realistically, there'd be nothing stopping you from holding the rifle like that. Because, like, I know these things are shown to have recoil. They shouldn't have recoil. They're literally just firing energy. They're not firing anything kinetic. Though there is an just innate instinct to recoil things that even don't have recoil. Anyone that's played around with like a water gun or BB gun probably knows what I'm referring to there. Where just like you subconsciously just recoil it. EVE Online started going downhill in about 2018. Yeah. Actually, it was sooner. 2016, I'd say. Basically, EVE went downhill. Actually, I can look this up. Hold on. 2015. Fozzie Sov. I know that's probably a bit mean, but that was the beginning of everything going to shit. And since they've been acquired by Pearl Abyss, they've just been getting worse and worse. And it kind of makes me glad that I stopped playing.
But a changeling? Here, we only have stories. In any event, what was the purpose for your visit? The Orb of Possibilities? But that was lost decades ago, during the first occupation of Bajor. However did you come by it? Never mind. The prophets teach us not to look at their workings too closely. Don't just stand there. Place it on the altar.
Oh, right, I need to...
I have run into some complications.
Minorly sick.
Some agents have interfered with my plans. They have stolen the Orb of Possibilities. I assume they have returned it to the Bajorans.
Hello, Starfleet King.
Fortunately, the anomaly remains stable. I was able to retrieve
retreat to the mirror universe where I have taken shelter with my Terran allies. However, I believe they are waiting for my return. Therefore, I need you to meet with Dumatsu Khan at the facility in the Devos system in my stead. Coordinates are attached.
I've returned the orb again.
We are most grateful. We had thought the orb lost forever. You have restored the balance.
Your enemies lie in wait. They want to prevent your return.
But we shall restore the balance as you did.
You have returned our orb.
Now you must return.
Now we are suddenly back. Yeah. Like, I mean, part of the issue with, saying that CCP didn't listen is CCP was listening to the Council of Stellar Management, which was Goons and Goons' allies, and still is Goons and Goons' allies, for the most part. That's why almost every change to the game benefits Nullsec, and specifically tends to benefit Goonswarm a lot, is because
I did not see you enter the temple.
they listen to the Council of Stellar Management, which on the surface is a good thing to have, but they really needed to do a better job of making sure that one big alliance couldn't just overwhelm it with members, because now it's literally worthless.
Indeed, I know little of the Mirror Prophets, but if they are like ours, then this is a great honor. Rarely do the Prophets interfere so directly. I take it your mission was a success? Then you have the gratitude of 2 Bejors. May the Prophets continue to smile upon you.
I believe... Okay, just gonna do this.
This does not bode well. An alliance between the True Way and the Alpha Dominion could prove disastrous for the Alpha and Beta Quadrants. However, the orb has been returned to the Mirror Universe, and you have returned to ours. Nevertheless, we must stop this alliance before they can do any further damage. We shall analyze the pad you retrieved to see if we find this Ketracel White factory. How can I help? Congratulations, Admiral.
Whoops.
The pad you discovered on Gul Kardec reveals
That was the new officer, I think. No, it wasn't.
in the Alpha Quadrant. There appears to be some kind of alliance between the True Way and the Dominion. We cannot allow them to join forces.
Well, see, what I mean is they were listening to Goonswarm. Like, they were listening to what Goons wanted.
How can I help you?
I mean, literally, a really good example of that is stop and think for a moment. The Citadel update happened not a huge amount of time and was kind of rushed out the door after Rooks and Kings developed pipe bombing, which required pauses. And Rooks and Kings were funding their pipe bombing with pauses in moon mining, which then got changed shortly after again. Like, it was made more expensive because pauses, sure, they still exist, but they're basically worthless. It was made more expensive for small groups to effectively fight Goonswarm. because goons were probably complaining on the Council of Stellar Management that the players didn't like that it was so easy for a small group like Rooks and Kings to annihilate large fleets. I mean, you can still pipe bomb, but it's a lot harder now. And Citadels also have a lot more upkeep costs. So, like, that's kind of what I mean, of, like, they were listening to Goonswarm. Yeah, I think Rooks and Kings was the group that basically every player went, I want to be a part of them. I want to be a part of that. Because, like... they were really freaking good. Now, let us start. Reputations. I want multiple discovery boxes. I don't overly care about getting multiple Omega boxes. Let's get a new Romulus started. Which I don't really care about getting stuff from this either. Get one of these started. Get competitive started. Now, hopefully, I get some good stuff out of the discovery boxes. And I don't think I did. No, they're both packs. Blech. You really want Bellum stuff. And some consumables. And if this was a cannon, that would be nice, but... yeah, it's fine. I mean, you're literally talking with someone who spent from 2011 to about 2020 playing Eve pretty much constantly. I only really stopped playing because I was basically put in charge of a corporation in, like, I think it was like 2014-ish. No, it would have been 2013. Jeez. Long-ass time ago. Basically because everyone else took a step back, and I didn't notice. So I was put in charge by default. And I grew that corp to some pretty impressive numbers. We had joined in with Providence, like we were living in Providence in Nullsec. Had multiple of the alliances down there basically vying for us to join them. Were like 40 to 50 members strong. I ended up making the mistake of just trusting someone else to pick which alliance we ended up joining. The alliance we ended up joining basically milked us for everything we were worth, stabbed us in the back, and left anyone that didn't want to join them to just rot in Providence. Which the only way I managed to help get the people who were loyal to me out of Providence at that point, because we had nothing left, was the contacts that I had made before joining. Which ironically were a lot of higher contacts than this alliance even had within Providence. But literally my corp went from 40, 50 members to like 6. And that just kind of broke me. Like, that was years of effort. And I couldn't... I couldn't bring myself to go through all of that effort again. To try to rebuild. Man, Pulse Wave's Assault looks so good, but their damage reduces over range. Kind of want to use this. Its alt fire is kind of bad, though. Yeah, I'll use this. Gonna hang on to this compression pistol, though. Like, I had tried to continue with Eve. Like, I basically put I basically made it known to the people who stayed in my corp that, like, I was just gonna put a holding character as the CEO and just kind of make that corp dormant, and I was gonna go off and try doing other things. And, you know, I was suggesting they do the same, because, like, I just did not have... I did not have it in me to rebuild. I still don't. Like... How? Game. This is not where I need to be. Ooh. Servers aren't having a good time. I'm about to disconnect. So I'm going to do this before my username is just out there. I'm going to log out and log back in. Okay, things appear to be working again. And, like, I was probably way too nice and lenient as a CEO. My phone hasn't been charging this whole time. That's fun. But, like, man... Yeah. Effectively, everyone that lived in Providence worked together to keep Providence safe. So it was basically just a large coalition of alliances that weren't really overly loyal to each other, but to the idea of Providence, which was that it was safe nullsec. Effectively, there was, you know, a website you would use to double check if people were, you know, reds. And if they weren't red, you didn't shoot them. You left them alone. Even if you knew that person is an alt to someone who is red, and they're probably scouting, you left them alone. Because that was Providence. That character was not red to us yet. You leave them alone. Which led to a lot of, you know, fun PvP. Because you'd have people like, you know, Brave and Test, who lived just south of Providence, who would poke up for fights every now and again, because we'd always have standing fleets kicking around. And you never knew what you were going to be fighting. It could be an actual organized fleet, or it could be someone rallying like 50 miners in their procurers to come fight you with drones. Like, you know. It was nice living in It was nice living in Provi. Honestly, I don't think there will ever be any getting Pravi back unless CVA gets off their ass and actually makes allies and reclaims the space, because the major alliances of Providence basically got curb stomped and kicked out of Providence. It's no longer what it used to be. Mostly because, like, you might wonder, based on how current mechanics work, how they were allowed to just exist. But basically, it was because before Fozzie before Nullsec got completely just messed around with, Providence was worthless. That entire region was... there were no valuable resources. I honestly don't know. I haven't kept up with anyone from CVA. Wouldn't be surprised, though. Well, I kind of would be, because they were role players before. They basically roleplayed as Amarians in Nullsec, as an extension of Amar space, basically. Which was kind of neat. Not everyone in the Alliance did that. Like, it was more just... the Alliance itself was, you know... that was the idea behind it. But, like, last I had heard, there was a concerted effort. Thank you for following, Rudolph. There was a concerted effort from a lot of old CVA members to try to retake Providence. But the issue is the space actually has value now. So even if they were to retake it, the idea of Providence will never be able to exist again. Because the space has value, you have to defend it. You can't just let people come in and use it, like... Factory producing Ketracel White. Yeah, that's all I really need to know. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not going to bother picking up the Ketracel White. It is literally useless to me. If you're a Jem'Hadar, it gives you a pretty nice buff. But if you're not a Jem'Hadar, it just debuffs you. And this is an Iron Man. I don't have access to the exchange. I can't even sell the stuff. Ugh. Ow. Yeah, I almost feel like I should just do that. I'll get more out of this thing to not use its alt fire. Oh man, a Wayun.
Greetings.
Well, a Vorta.
I am
It's
very
not a
glad to
Wayun.
meet you. I am Naaman,
It's a Naaman.
Vorta scientist and servant of the founders
Ah.
and the Dominion, of course.
Yeah, I remember the influx of Chinese players.
Oh my, yes. I have a proposition to which I hope you shall be amenable. I serve a founder named Loss. He is one of 100 founders sent here to the Alpha Quadrant. His actions have placed me in a bit of a moral conundrum. Loss was the first of these Alpha Quadrant founders to emerge. He located and gathered the others into a new Great Link. However, he has not seen fit to tell these founders that the war with the Dominion is over, and that the Great Link is alive and well in the Gamma Quadrant. Instead, he has convinced them that you solids exterminated the Great Link, and are attempting to exterminate these founders as well. Loss keeps me away from the new Link. They have
I mean, if you enjoy playing Eve, then keep going. That's not a huge amount of money a month. It's a lot more than it used to be, but, you know.
You can free me and take me to the new Link, where I can explain to the founders the truth, that the Dominion still exists, and that you are not hunting them to extinction. Oh, I do not like the word catch. It sounds so mercenary. But yes, my price is Loss's life. After I reveal the truth to the new Link, you must allow them to mete out their justice. I cannot jeopardize the life of a founder under any circumstances. I'll be glad to get out of here. These Alpha Jem'Hadar don't understand the proper respect owed to a Vorta.
I mean, when you consider most people spend like $60 a month on a new game that they play for like a week and then never play again, you know, it's not really that bad. And at the very least with Eve, if you ever decide to not pay, as long as what you're doing can be done on an alpha account, you can still keep playing. Unlike another subscription-based MMO that I have done. I've done streams on, and I still have more streams to do on, being Final Fantasy XIV.
We've got to stop the first before he deletes all the data.
Oh, here's the console. Yeah. I do get you there, Rudolph. Like, I mean, as mentioned before, I used to play a lot of Eve. Way too much Eve, honestly. Like, I was one of those people that basically lived the game.
Excellent. I shall retrieve the coordinates.
And Eve is also kind of going the way of Destiny 2 in that the developers are kind of screwing it up. Give it time, CCP will go back to charging you for expansions. 'Cause they used to do that a long time ago. That was before I started, though.
I have the data. It will take some time to decrypt, but I recommend we depart as quickly as possible.
Explosive.
So quick to blow things up. Such a waste. That factory might have come in handy someday.
Nah, I wouldn't have, my friend.
They always seem a bit angry, don't you think?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Entity there shares your sentiment. Ow.
I have completed the decryption of the data we recovered. The new link appears to lie in the Orias system. I have transferred the coordinates to your helm. I want to thank you for your service to the Dominion. I also want to remind you of our agreement, namely, that Loss, or any other founder for that matter, is not to be killed by you.
Congratulations on destroying the facility. That should cripple the Alpha Jem'Hadar for the time being. But we need to make contact with this new link. Hopefully Naaman can convince them of the truth before it's too late. Keep a close eye on him. We may have a treaty with the Dominion, but that doesn't mean I trust them. Abortus' first loyalty will always be to the Founders.
Yeah, that full auto is a lot better than the one I'm using.
How can I help
Money, that's how. I don't need to tutorialize these. Command is primary. Miracle Worker is secondary. More hull. The Miracle Worker gives me some more health regeneration.
Naaman has decrypted the coordinates for the new link. They designate a location in the Alpha Quadrant, in the Orion system. This changeling Naaman loves
Ah.
into thinking we are exterminating them, and that we massacred the Gamma Quadrant changelings as well. You must have Naaman help you convince them of the truth. How can I help you?
Yay, more duty officers. Maybe I'll get some that are actually good this time. Not really. I mean, I got a con officer, it's just not the type of con officer I want. I want more of these ones. But that's a better version of that, at least. Yeah, I'll replace this with this. Faster science team. These engines are still not better than the dynamic engines. Okay, time to clean up a little bit. Don't need small hypos. Now I'll keep the remit coherent. I mean, the major problem a lot of the games have is, like, as long as they're still making profit, the developers don't care. And it's pretty hard to make whales not whale. Like, it's just what whales do. They whale. It's an M-class planet. It's Jem'Hadar.
The Jem'Hadar will not likely be interested in negotiation. I'm afraid you'll have to fight your way through.
Sorry, Mudman, but it's not so much fighting.
The nice thing about Jem'Hadar is that you can always breed more.
This is more of a massacre. Really wish this ship had raider flanking.
To think, I will be the first Forta to meet the new Link.
Which that kind of exemplifies the problem. It is still sitting decently high on Steam charts. Which means the game is almost certainly still profitable. Which is, well, where the problem comes from.
You have to admire the devotion of the Jem'Hadar. They never seem to tire of throwing their lives away for the Founders.
And if only I had a plasma weapon. I have another space trait. There we go. Fleet coordinator. More damage. I've unlocked space traits, but I don't have any and probably won't have any for a decent amount of time. Well, I say that. I won't have any for like 4 more days. And then I can potentially pick up the theta maneuvering.
It's even more beautiful than I imagined. To think, my gods slumber below, dreaming in their link.
There's a big old puddle on the ground. Almost certainly just another Ketracel White. I don't care enough to try to see what it is.
It's almost sacrilegious to have you here. I hope the Founders will understand the necessity and forgive me.
I hope they don't. I hope they kill you. So you're a Vorta. I wish this cough would go away. Ow. Friggin' mines. Oh man, the Jem'Hadar are questioning their gods.
The other Vorta are going to be so envious when they hear about this.
I really do feel like they should have used this story arc as the beginning of, the playable Jem'Hadar, so that they could have started them at a lower level, and then allowed the Jem'Hadar race to actually, you know, have ships other than the bug ship. Ow. Freaking mines. Because, like, there's a fair few Jem'Hadar ships, and then they designed more. Like, they could have had Jem'Hadar players starting at, like, level 30. But they didn't. They either start at level 50 or 60, I don't remember which.
Have you come to finish the job of exterminating us, Solid? Impossible. We have linked with Lost. He is in the link as we speak. We know all that he knows. It is true that he awoke before us. Let us summon him to answer these charges.
It's true, Great One. These people are not hunting you. The Great Link remains. The Dominion has a treaty with the Alpha Quadrant species.
This creature lies. You have joined with me. You know
then you
all
should have no qualms
that I know.
about linking.
No. These solids have poisoned your minds. I will not be forced to link by them.
Yeah. But there is a lot of ground in this. There actually used to be a game connected to Eve that was purely ground. Dust 514. I miss Dust. Honestly, if they ever get around to releasing Dust 514 again, like, I'd probably play it. I don't know if I'd play Eve proper again, but I would definitely play Dust. I'm honestly surprised with all the changes they're doing to faction warfare and that they're not bringing back Dust yet. Because for those who don't know, Dust 514 is the reason why there is ground attack armament in EVE Online. It was a first-person shooter that you played in conjunction with events in EVE. So, like, as part of faction warfare, you might, as your ground troops, be fighting the other faction's ground troops for control over a planet, which would impact the faction warfare in space, and you could fit the weaponry and help with orbital bombardments to assist your ground troops from space, you know. And it was a pretty enjoyable shooter. But it was PS3 exclusive, so when the PS3 kind of stopped existing, they decided, yeah, we'll just shut it down. It's like, oh, okay.
It is unfortunate we had to resort to violence to force Lost into his liquid form. We are grateful for your assistance. We shall now be able to link with him and learn the whole truth of our past. If you are telling the truth, you have nothing more to fear from us. But we request that you leave us in peace. We have no interest in dealing with your kind.
Well, it has been a pleasure knowing you. I will remain here and serve the Founders. They have been without a Vorta and have much to learn about their siblings in the Gamma Quadrant. I know the Founders may seem ungrateful to you, but what can you expect from a god? Still, you have my gratitude for whatever the gratitude of an insignificant servant is worth.
Man, I wish I could just blow his brains out. Frickin' Vortas.
Although you have slain our brothers, we have orders to allow you to leave the system. But you are never to return. And let it be known among your peoples that this system belongs to us, and you are not welcome.
Yep, this game is free. You can literally download and play Star Trek Online, like, right now. It is a free game. Am I too low or too high? I'm one of the two. I wasn't far enough, I guess. Come on, launch the beacon. Launch the beacon. Yeah, it's fine. Expect there to be a lot of things in this game that you just don't get right away. It's just how it be. It's not quite as complicated as Eve, but there is a lot of things that you think would work one way, but don't. A prime example I can give as something that can be kind of confusing.
Congratulations.
I'll let her do her talking.
And made peace with the Alpha Changelings. I have transmitted messages to the major powers of the galaxy, advising them to avoid the Arias system.
Yeah, I'll take this.
Congratulations, Admiral.
Like, this 12.5% damage isn't.
Do you have any questions?
This is 12.5% damage on the base damage of the weapon. So, and you would think looking at this that, that's the base damage. Not quite. It's confusing. But things like this, adding bonus damage, that is actually a 50% multiplier of your damage. Because wording, this very much has Yu-Gi-Oh! Syndrome, where basically you basically gotta lawyer everything. Now I have Admiralty, which is a nice little system that has things in it that I won't really get a huge amount of use out of. Well, no, I'll actually get a use out of most of the stuff here. Because this is just raw dilithium for 10 Torah duty. This is some universal upgrade tokens. This is fleet dilithium, which is the thing I currently have no use for. And this is specialization points. Plus, this is just a way of getting more dilithium. I'll do this one. Let's see. I do have some things in here I shouldn't have, but I'm gonna make use of them. Well, I'm not going to, but that's what I mean to say. I'm just not going to use the things I shouldn't have. With the exception of the shuttles, they don't really matter. Alright, Entity. Have a good one. This is the problem with using my, Actually, I can just do this. I don't really need the EC. This should be an easy one to do. Yeah, my Dideradex can do it. I'm tempted to use the other things because this stuff doesn't matter too much, but it's kind of against my my rules I have set. That doesn't really give much in the way of any sort of reward. Hey, it gives some XP, I suppose. That's a lot tactical. I think I can make that, though. That's all my Admiralty slots. Now we go back to DS9. And yeah, much like Eve, this game also is not a very demanding game. So, literally, if you can run Eve, you can run Star Trek, which is kind of nice. I actually think that Eve is probably more demanding than Star Trek is these days. Because they've done so much to modify the visuals. Ugh. This freaking cough could go away, that'd be great.
You have earned renown for your deeds, and our galaxy is in great need of skilled warriors, diplomats, and scientists. I am in charge of joint task forces responsible for protecting the galaxy from threats like the Borg. Our unified team, the Omega Force, includes members of all species and all governments who have what it takes to stand in the way of galactic destruction and say, resistance is inevitable. We are the thin line that separates the Empire from ruination. It is our job to take on the most impossible tasks and make them possible. Special task forces aren't for everyone, but the rewards for those who can complete them are worth the
I miss CCP Guard.
From what I hear, you and your ship are more than up to the task. Completing my missions won't be easy.
So he was more just community management. He was good at his job.
I can to help you. You will earn the finest weapons and armor that the Alpha Quadrant has to offer. You will be able to outfit your ship with equipment that will make you the envy of your fellow officers. Even special personnel or resources will be available to you. Good luck. You're going to need it. Do you have any questions?
Man, these NPCs used to matter so much more than they do now. As in, they used to actually matter. Borg activity is up. Intelligence operatives have suggested disturbing cause for the Borg presence near our borders. Tal Shiar experiments. To the Romulan ambassador on Konos. Basically, this used to be the point, you know, unlocking at level 50, basically. This used to be the end game, where basically you'd stop, and then you'd start coming into here, and at the time, it was basically... let's see. Oh, that's not... Yeah, all of these can give fleet marks. That's not helpful. Colony invasion, I think. Cure applied, cure found. Hive onslaught. Infected this menace. Infected the conduit into the hive. Khitomer in stasis. Khitomer vortex. There used to be a fleet mark queue that was defending your fleet starbase. Or just defending a fleet starbase. It's not there anymore. That's a little sad. I liked that queue. But yeah, there wasn't much at the initial end game. Yes. STO released 2010? Hold on. Yeah, 2010. So it's about 10 years older, younger than Eve. Bleh, older. Eve is 10 years older than it, roughly. Problem. Doesn't really look like it's, you know, the newer game, but, you know. It's also a lot of bugs. Expect bugs. Like, Lots of them. I think it was last stream, had a mission where the ground just was not loading. Like, that just happens. Oh no. Oh no, it's New Romulus, isn't it? Or no. Okay, no, this is still Borg Advance. That mission though is this one, and I do not like these missions. Hello, Goku Craft, I believe, or Goku Craft with no. I don't know. I'm all right. How are you? Capable shipped. Check out reports of Borg activity. We're gonna go fight the Borg. Oh, this is an old mission. Very old mission. You can tell by the way there's no singularity. I might actually grab this though, because this isn't a bad warp core. I should go and grab some coffee real quick. So I will be back in a moment, and then I shall do this mission. Return. Let's go fight some Borg.
This is Commander Talus of the Romulan Star Empire vessel RNA. We are under attack by Borg scout squadrons. This is a formal request for assistance from any ship receiving this message. Do not abandon us.
I feel like we should. Kinda asked for this, guys. Maybe you shouldn't mess with Borg stuff, and then you won't have to deal with the Borg trying to kill you. Ow. Ships exploding hurt. Romulan ships exploding hurt more.
My ship has been attacked and disabled by the Borg. My crew are being assimilated. The self-destruct is offline. I have retreated with my surviving officers to the main science lab. If you can hear this, I formally request assistance. If there is no one who can respond to this message, then may we die with honor. I'm reduced to begging assistance from terrorist scum. This truly is the darkest day of my command. Borg drones have beamed aboard the RNA and are attempting to assimilate my crew. Several of us have barricaded ourselves in the science lab. We need your assistance to prevent our ship from being assimilated and to save the rest of the crew. As much as I would like to destroy your ship and everyone on it, without your help, more Romulans will die. The Borg do not take sides.
No, they don't. So maybe you guys shouldn't have been messing with Borg technology.
The Borg have the ability to adapt to energy weapons in order to use energy weapons effectively against them. Equip yourself and your bridge
I already have. It's gonna make me collect them. It's actually a point where I should be using this. Hey, one of these is done. Maybe I'll get a Bellum this time. Yep, another Pax. Blah. Oops. Need Alt 1. Ah, there it is.
The Borg have disabled the force fields guarding the science lab. We managed to fend off the first wave, but we need your help. Get to the lab and stop the remaining drones.
Collect. Collect. Pretty sure I do not have any more of my own ships. No, I do not. I have ships from the account, but doesn't exactly count for my Iron Man series because I have not acquired them on this character, so. Yeah, I'm hiving. I've been gooped. Good old Vulcan soup. Wait, there was someone I could talk to back here? I just saw the marker on the map. They're not on the map anymore. Probably despawned them. Oh well.
Borg drones incoming. Destroy them before they reach the research equipment.
Funny how they can warp in. For those unfamiliar with Star Trek, the Borg are basically space zombies. They are an endless legion. That it does not matter how many you kill, for they have assimilated billions more in the time it took you to kill one. They are endless. They are relentless. They cannot be stopped. Resistance is futile. Now, if only that's actually how they were portrayed in-game. Because it really isn't. I mean, your first meeting with them here, like, they're definitely decently spooky. There's a lot of them. They're not exactly the easiest in the world to deal with.
Scanners show no further Borg presence aboard. Thank you for your aid, but I must ask you to return to your ship at once. Our research here is critical to the survival of the Romulan Star Empire. I cannot share these secrets, even with our rescuers.
Yeah, I'm gonna find out what you're hiding. But first, because this is probably actually better than that full auto. Well, actually it isn't, but I can probably make it better is the thing. I'll wait, because that isn't actually any better. Is this finally better than my shield? Potentially. I don't think that's really enough to replace the resilient.
We are studying salvaged Borg devices. Bear in mind that this technology is now the sovereign property of the Romulan Star Empire. My engineers tell me that our engines are online, so your further presence aboard my ship is neither necessary nor desirable. You are our enemy. Your assistance does not change that base.
Yeah, I really should have just let the Borg kill them and then destroyed the ship. But, you know.
Show a Borg squadron approaching at speed. Essential repairs to our singularity drive are almost complete. If you can occupy the Borg and give us the time we need, we will not report your presence to the Tal Shiar.
Honestly, not sure.
I had hoped to avoid a confrontation with you, but I see you are as unreasonable as I expected. Very well. Prepare to see the results of our research.
I imagine if you reported without reason, nothing happens.
Your odds of survival are infinitesimal. You cannot defeat us. Surrender now, and we will add your biological and technological distinctiveness to our own.
We are responding to a distress call from an IRW RNA. Normally we wouldn't provide assistance to the Tal Shiar, but the Borg are a threat to all of us. However, you appear to have things well in hand. Do you require assistance?
Yeah, some assistance would probably be useful. There will almost certainly be an item over here. Or not. Well. They didn't do so hot. Yeah, I'm gonna take the warp core. They assimilate absolutely everything. Now, I am actually at a point, or I believe anyway, that I can, yeah, I can start doing random queues. It's literally impossible to lose on normal, so it's dilithium. And this will actually probably drag us straight into Kobayashi Maru, which I haven't done yet. I needed to do that like an hour ago. If I do get Kobayashi Maru, that'll be great. Hopefully it's not the arena. I don't like ground combat. Like, I get it's neat. And, like, watching it might be interesting. Playing it is boring a lot of the time. Because it is literally just walk forward. Press tab. Press 1. Wait. Like, press tab every time you need to actually retarget someone again. But yeah, if you ever hear someone saying you can lose on normal, you can't. There basically is no fail conditions on normal. And from the moment you're level 50, you're basically good enough for doing normal. As long as your equipment is relatively competent, like, we are not gonna matter anyway.
Has begun, but we will not fall. Their ground troops use gateways to land and set up inhibitors to block our troops from transporting.
Yeah, the Iconians are attacking. I could literally cloak and sit in the corner, and probably these two and this one, well, probably any of these guys, are... this one definitely. Because look at all of... Okay, well, I'll go this way then. I get that guy is not going to need help, but... oh god, EMP broke. I'm helping.
Congratulations, Admiral.
The starbase is secure.
Don't remember if there's a need to be over here still. Yeah, I should probably do what I can to help here.
Shipyard is secure. The troop transports have entered orbit and will start landing shuttles. Our job is to protect those ships until their troops are in.
Okay, I'm guessing that yes, there is a reason to be over here. Yeah, I'm gonna help this guy now, I guess.
Those gateways are emitting intense levels of beta radiation. Close them.
I don't really have great damage output is the only real issue here.
Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet.
Get to this and close this.
Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet.
I'ma just be on close things duty. that is what I will do.
Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet.
The radiation gateways matter more than the other things, so I'm gonna just make sure they're closed.
Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet.
There's a lot of people leaving this one.
Shipyard troop transports are beginning
This may be a problem.
Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet.
Radiation gate needs to close. So we get extra reward the more transports make it.
Herald Dreadnought has...
Yeah, that could be minorly problematic, but we do have 3 people here now who can probably do quite the number to it.
Herald ships are attacking the starbase.
Oh, it's over there now. Oh, we actually managed that within the timer.
Our troops have landed. We will fight for Croydon.
I'm a bit shocked. I also really need to actually get some better gear. But that ain't exactly easy. Now, let's see. Let's grab some delta marks. Not exactly. They kinda do. Equipment has various stages of rarity. So, like, and mark. So, basically, like, this is a very rare. So, this is basically a 4th level piece of equipment. Which basically just gives it more, of possible effects. Like, this has accuracy and critical hit. This is a rare, this is a 3rd. Uncommon is 2nd level. Common is nothing, basically, in his first level. So this would be the closest equivalent to tier 1. And then the rest of it is kind of all roughly the same. But there is, like, equipment sets and that give various extra bonuses that you could argue is close to tier 2. You know. Blech, ground stuff. I don't need ground stuff. I need space stuff. Well, I do have 3 specialization points, so... I do actually feel like I should probably put some points in the Miracle Worker first. Because more crit. That is fair. It's not the hardest to understand this game, so... The point there. Right, I have this. I should have that actually on my bar. I don't think I've ever put the red matter... Oh, no, it's right here. See, I don't think I ever put it on, but it's right there. I just never use it. I bought the thing and now I never use it. I almost feel like I would be better off grabbing the bug ship. But that would take 1,000 of my dilithium, which would set me back on getting my next set of Phoenix boxes. And there's still things I really want from the Phoenix boxes. This next mission should give me my last for my dilithium for today. You can only refine 8,000 a day. Or 8,500 if you're in a fleet. Or... I think like 10,500 if you're a lifetime subscriber, which I wouldn't overly recommend anyone do unless you plan on playing the game for many years. Otherwise, it's just really not worth it. Been largely assimilated. Yeah, this game used to be subscription-based, and then they decided, yeah, we could probably make more money if we went free-to-play. So they did. And what do you know? They make more money free to play. High concentration of Borg on the planet. It's almost as if the planet has been assimilated and going down here is actually a terrible idea. But we're doing it anyway. They adapted already? It's hard to tell. Okay, they have, but... Star Trek is very popular, and this is basically the only Star Trek game.
Thank you.
So...
Your arrival could not have been more timely. My fellow researchers are still at our camp, and require your assistance.
Plus, they do make money via a minorly scummy thing, but let's be real, every game does it these days. Lockboxes that you need to buy a key from them to open. And, you know, to buy 10 keys, that's $11.25. So... I mean, I don't really fully endorse gambling in games, but it's in every game these days, so... There's really no point complaining about it. But, like, there is a lot of Star Trek fans who will pay quite the amount of money to get the Star Trek ships that they want. Beam them up. Hey, my man. I mean, like, and even with that, there is... a lot. These do go on sale. They're not always $30. But this is basically each one of these is $30. And there's a lot. They are decently free-to-play friendly, though. Like, I've even bought a few ships, because why not? And that's just Federation. There's also the Klingons, which there's less of. The Federation has the most ships, but, you know. And the Romulans. Poor Jem'Hadar. It's non-aligned. And then there's the old Tier 5 ships. Like, there's a lot. Like, and what I mean by they're fairly free-to-play friendly is at level 61, you get a token that lets you get, it's some of these ships. You get to choose one of them. I think one of the options is, like, this Dideridex. I think this one... No. This. this. The Carfé is one of them. I bought the Carfé way back in the day because, I mean, look at this thing. Pretty sure the Burrell. 2,000 Zen is $20 US dollars. So this would be $25. These are $30. But as mentioned, they go on sale decently often for usually about 25, 30, sometimes 50% off. So like, plus there are events quite often that give you ships. It's a bit late in the year for it now, but they do a yearly event campaign where you get to choose either a lockbox ship, 2 ships from their premium store, or a bunch of Lobby crystals, which can be used to buy lockbox ships. Just not all of the lockbox ships. So, like, they're pretty free-to-play friendly if you're willing to put in time. I came back to the game between these 2 events. I kind of wish I'd got back for this one, because then I wouldn't have to pay money to achieve the campaign. I think I actually still would have, because you get like 1,000 per one, but... Like, I even have... It's actually in there. Like, this is a list of basically all of the ships they've given away for free over the years. I've missed most of these. I was here for the Dyson Science Destroyers. Maple Story. Nexon is pretty good. They didn't used to be, but they're pretty good these days. But Maple Story is not space or science fiction.
Rescue. My name is Dr. Eric Cooper. My team and I were researching the Borg nanovirus. It's fascinating. The Borg have been using it to assimilate entire planets. The land, the buildings, the people. Anyway, during the course of our research, the nanovirus containment failed. The nanovirus activated and assimilated enough equipment to signal the collective. We cannot allow the Borg to continue using this nanovirus. I think we have enough data to formulate a counteragent, but we'll need to recover it from the area that's already assimilated. That's why I stayed behind. I can get you inside the compound, but then it will be up to you to recover the data. Can I count on your assistance? Thank you. I'm in your debt.
Yeah, I don't like this guy. He's an annoying whiner. Been gooped. How you can tell you're fighting the Borg. You listen for the beeps. Should do this now, because I'm going to need to do it anyway. Come on, Cooper, get down here. Fiddle with the buttons. Come on, Cooper. You can do it. wondering when they were gonna wake up. Come on, Cooper, push the buttons.
I've overridden the force fields, but the Borg detected the intrusion into their systems. They'll know you're coming.
Alright. And the Borg could probably guess there was someone coming anyway, so, you know. The fun thing about the Borg, they don't assimilate individuals. So the fact that we're here as basically a species not of this planet, if we hadn't started shooting the Borg, they wouldn't have cared. Because we're individuals. That is unhelpful. Worse than that, we're individuals that, you know, until we started shooting at them, didn't have anything special about us, making us utterly useless to the collective. Yep. The Borg were first encountered in Star Trek The Next Generation, after Q introduced both species of humans and Borg to one another. A fleet of Undine ships have entered orbit. Species 8472. Introduced in Voyager. The one race the Borg fear. The Borg do not fear easily.
Undine troops are beaming down. They're focusing on the Borg, but they'll find me soon.
Hello, Luces.
It looked like the Borg just abducted that.
Yeah, the Borg might have. Or it could have beamed out on its own. I don't really care what you have to say, Cooper. No one cares what you have to say, Cooper. Thank you for following, Starfleet King. There. That is fair. Star Trek Lower Decks is actually pretty good. It's a new animated series. It's the best Star Trek show to be released in a very long time. And that right there is why the Borg fear the Undine. Smashing your face into the wall is better than Discovery.
Congratulations, Admiral.
Congratulations. You've proven yourself to be invaluable to the Republic Navy and...
New officer. Do superior Romulan operative as attack. Yeah, that would be helpful. Attack pattern Omega-3, that's pretty decent. Target auxiliary subsystems 3, useless, but a skill I can't acquire otherwise. Oh, you have a look. Now, I should have... Yep, there's my 8,000. Okay. I can't make immediate use of this guy. But... once I can get to somewhere to change out his skills so that he matches this, he'll basically replace her. Now, put this, and let's see. Keeping my science officers alive is more important. Now, not enough capacity. Let's see. Well, one got a new set of armor, that one can have a new shield. This one can have a slightly better shield as well. Okay. I think that will be it for today, because I have been going for almost 4 hours now. I would raid somebody, but I have no idea who to raid, so I hope y'all can find someone else to watch. I will be back streaming tomorrow. I have been streaming every day this month, minus the days I was too sick to stream, which I will be streaming into September to make up for. So hopefully I shall see you all back here tomorrow as we continue our adventures through Star Trek. See you all then.